Hello, you're on the Roots with Joshua Rieger. I'm here with Mr. Rank. Say hi, Mr. Rank.
Hello, everybody. Hi, Josh.
Hi. So I have a couple questions for you, if you don't mind. So as most of you guys may know, Mr. Rank is varsity head coach of the football team here at South, and so let's see what his perspective things on things are. So let's see. So first question, Mr. Rank. Discuss what the team needs to work on.
Yeah, I think we would look at where we've been the last couple of years, and just reflecting on really every year is really separate from the next. So every season is unique. As far as this particular team that we have coming up this fall, it still comes down to getting our basic core strength down. I think we got to improve our team speed and quickness. And I think those are the things that we're starting to implement really this second semester, whether it's in our advanced training classes during the day, or we also have a Wednesday morning speed club. That seems to be going well with Coach Steen. So we continue to try to build up our strength and improve our speed.
All right, that sounds fun. So my second question is, how do you coaches try to make the football season more enjoyable? Like, as in, like, do we go out and do things in the community? Do we do like have fun days instead of just like last year? As me as a manager, I knew that it was just grind, grind, grind. What is your plan for next year?
Yeah, there's no doubt about that. I think when you, as a head coach, you always reflect on what you can do better. And I tend to be very hard on myself. So I know that's one thing we looked at and we talked about as a staff. In all my exit interviews with all the seniors was that we probably should have done more, team unity stuff, team activities, just trying to have some fun, try to find those moments during the season where you can, just get together as a team and get your mind off football and do something to improve like the team chemistry and that.
Definitely.
And I know we're going to do that. We already have some plans in the making for summer, even looking at service day, doing something as a football team.
That sounds
I know,
fun.
yep, couple players brought that up to Coach Steen, and I think we're going to do some community service on service day as a football program. Look at doing more team activities like last summer, going to the beach, those types of things, grilling out as a team.
That was
Anything,
amazing.
yeah, anything that we can continue to build. But I think we did. We lost that fun perspective, that enjoyable, side this past season, and we don't want to make that mistake again.
All right, good. So what are some things that coaches, for yourself example, need to work on to help improve the players?
Yeah, I think when you in the business of high school scholastic coaching, you're always a lifelong learner of the sport that you're coaching. You're always looking for little schematic things or maybe motivational things for your program, but you're never stop learning. You're always trying to seek that next best thing and really kind of reflect as a staff on what we can do better.
Okay. What is the life of a instead of a head coach look like for on season and off season? Let's start with the off season because right now we are in the off season. So what is on your mind?
Yeah, I think in the off season you do a lot of reevaluating of your successes, evaluate the things that you need to improve on, and that usually takes place. Like we'll have our banquet the first weekend in November, and then usually in November I do exit interviews with my assistant coaches. I'll do exit interviews with all the seniors, and then I also have everyone in the program, coaches and players, fill out a Google form, just getting their perspective on the things that we could have done better, the things that they liked. I'm always seeking feedback, information, and really using it to improve our program. So, and then usually December, everyone gets away from each other a little bit. I think you got to decompress. And a lot of things start picking up then the start of second semester, and especially after the Super Bowl, that's when things start get a little bit more organized in regards to workouts. I have individual meetings with every single player in the program, every single coach. And now we're starting to think about what we want to do in the future, like as far as summer, and really getting our calendar together, all our fundraisers coordinated for next year. And that's really where we're at.
Okay. And what about the in season?
Yeah, in season it's pretty much amplified from the off season. Like it's
Mm,
pretty much 24/7. As a head coach, you're the CEO of the program, so
yeah.
you're coordinating practices, fundraisers, scouting reports, meeting with offensive coaches on Saturdays. Offensive coaches, we meet at my house on Sunday evenings.
Mm,
The defensive staff will meet on Saturday mornings.
mm.
So as a head coach, it's 7 days a week during the season.
Wow, that must be stressful sometimes. Discuss how you manage your time and your players and other coaches.
Yeah, I think for me, what I really try to do in the off season is when I'm home, it's family. So I really try to turn off any kind of responsibility to focus on my family when I get home. That's really the main thing in the off season. During the season, my wife is very understanding, and so are my two children. Um, but we definitely make a point on Saturday afternoons to spend time as a family, and then also Sunday afternoons.
Oh, that sounds fun and
Yes,
lovely.
and that seems to be working out pretty good. And anywhere I can get them involved, whether it's coming up here organizing jerseys or helping me get the team meals together, um, having my family involved during the season is really important.
Yeah, that is one of the best things about being a coach is that hopefully that your spouse and if you have kids can understand like what's going on as a coach.
It's really really important.
Yeah. Uh, so a couple more questions if you don't mind. Discuss how what are some expectations for your players that would help them improve their performance?
Yeah, I think you're always trying to you hope that high school kids are self motivated to improve themselves, but I think there's so many other distractions today in today's world. I don't want to age myself, but with cell phones, social media, there's so many things that can distract them from making themselves a better person, right?
Yeah.
So again, we continually try to make sure that each kid is has a workout program, that they're improving themselves physically and mentally, and making sure that academically that they're keeping things in line academically, which is also another important part of the program when you have over, you're responsible for 65 kids,
Wow.
and you want to make sure that each one of their needs are being met, and it's really about developing those relationships with each and every single kid in your program, coach, manager like yourself.
Yep.
And I think hopefully you've seen that it's genuine. I really genuinely care about everyone in our program, and hopefully that care, when a player sees that helps give them that little motivation to get out of bed early to get to a speed camp, or make sure that hey, they're tired out on Monday, they're still going to work out and get themselves better, because when they get themselves better, it'll help the team also.
Perfect. I'm going to skip over a question because it's just about the offense and defense. But the last question I have is, what does sportsmanship look like for players while being competitive at the same time?
Absolutely. I think that's a great question. I think I've always told the guys in practice, one, you never want to hurt a teammate. Like you never want to put a cheap shot on someone, or be over physical on someone to the point that that you can probably control them. You don't want to hurt anybody
Mm,
intentionally. So that's really pushed from day one, that we're not going to hurt anybody. We're not going to hurt our own teammates in practice. Things are going to be competitive. Things are going to be physical. Sometimes things can get really heated, but at the end of the day, we're all trying to get better in that practice and in that situation. And I'll always follow up with kids after to make sure, hey, when we walk off this field, we're friends, where there's that brotherhood, that family.
yeah.
And it's just like if, within your family, two brothers get in an argument or something, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, you love each other. Sometimes that passion can get the best of you, but no matter what, I make it clear that there's no one bigger than the team. We're not going to hurt anybody in practice intentionally. And I think if you keep those things in perspective, that we are going to compete, and it's okay if we come up short, right? It's just an opportunity to learn from how we can get better.
All right. Thank you, Mr. Rank, for allowing me to interview.
All right, no problem. Thanks, Josh.